Let's squeeze a couple more in. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank you because last night was easily the greatest performance in Williamsburg's history. Hands down. I saw Judas Priest at 9, you at midnight, you easily won the night. But just the fact that the combination of you and Peter Shapiro, the world's greatest singer and concert promoter together, literally too good to be true.
Did he ask you to say that? Because I see him as a guru, Peter Schaefer. Peter, not Schaefer.
I call him Saint Peter.
I say, yeah, Shapiro, yeah. We can't give him too much free press here.
Anyway, I just wanted to ask you if you could share with us a few of your favorite concerts that you've seen of other people's performances.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. Okay. I went to see Low from Duluth, Minnesota this year at the Barbican in London, and I was moved beyond all belief because they created just amazing landscapes of sound again, and crescendos that you didn't know were coming because they never moved an inch. None of this stuff that I do and flipping stuff around. Nothing like that. It was just amazing. Well, yeah, I mean, I was lucky to see, Bucka White. I saw all that stuff when I was at school, college, with Skip James and Sleepy John Estes. Maybe his voice was one of the biggest influences I ever had, really. Because if you listen to him and Robert Johnson I didn't see, but if you listen to John Estes, really, Presley has got so much of that in him. And I think that seeing Sleepy John Estes was amazing. I saw Arthur Lee with Love. I didn't obviously see the Da Capo Love and 7 and 70s and stuff, but I saw him a few times. I saw him playing in London one time, and Hendrix got up and played with him, and it was pretty far out. He was such an amazing force. And well, I saw Janis sing, which was great, really, really good. And I really got into the way that she did all that staccato phrasing and all that sort of stuff. I loved all that. I saw the Youngbloods with Jesse Colin Young. That was spectacular. I mean, beautiful singer. And I've just seen so many great things. I haven't finished yet either. So I open. Yeah.
I met you 10 years ago. The Stones had just played a couple of songs at Lincoln Center. I was going into Central Park. You were coming out. It was April of 2004. And you stopped to talk to me. You're a real person, and I want to thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
I think we're down to the last two on each side.
I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you because my fiance is here with me and that brother that was speaking about driving his car and listening to Kashmir. But this is like the greatest night of her life. A buddy of mine says to me, I can get tickets to see Robert Plant. I said, you mean Robert Plant? The Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin? Sure. I said, buy me 50 tickets. I'll take them right now. I'm going to bring everybody from my childhood with me. But anyway, so we come here. For 2 weeks, I keep saying to her, I'm going to bring you to something. It's going to be the best thing of your life. I got a platinum get-out-of-jail card for the rest of my life, thanks to you. You gave her her love of music. Your voice, Led Zeppelin, she fell in love with your voice and rock and roll and the blues, and I got to thank you for that. So thanks.
Go ahead.
Hello, Robert. When the Levee Breaks was where it all started for me, and it was the wailing harmonica that was the whole thing of it for me, and which sort of defines your part in that song more than the vocals. And yet, when you go back to all the old Zeppelin stuff, you guys didn't do that live, and too many times there was a lot of other stuff. Was there a reason that there were so many songs that you had that you just wouldn't play live? You just didn't want to?
Yeah, when the Levee Breaks the feel on that track is spectacular. Beastie Boys wouldn't have actually had a career if it hadn't been for one or two of Bonzo's bits. But the thing is, we got such a far-out sound on the kit, on the recording, because of the mic placement in the place that we were working. But in those days, when we were on the road with Bonzo, it was just you couldn't actually get, you needed that sound to be so big. Now we can do it. You know, I mean, we can do it. Everybody can do it now. You can ride the bass drum and hit another sample that gives you 4 bass drums right on top of each other. So you can do all that stuff, but you couldn't do it then. So it was a great track, but, and also I find it very hard singing backwards. Oh, wrong song, yeah. I can't stand a guy who laughs at his own jokes. It's fucking shit.
And my last quick question is, have you ever listened to John Paul Jones's solo work that's really out there and strange but interesting?
Oh yeah, with Diamante Gallis from
Yeah.
Great, yeah. As a matter of fact, on these Led Zeppelin things, there is I went to my cassette cupboards, and amazing what you can find in there. And I shared them with the other 2 guys, and they shared their memories and cassettes with me. So we did hang out together, young man, wherever you are. And I found John Paul Jones singing on Zeppelin backing tracks where I hadn't actually got anything organized. And I'm still taking the checks from him so that nobody hears them.
We'd love to hear that.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
extortion.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
I think you're going to be the last one.
Sorry, I didn't really have a question, but the line was so short here, so I just said I thought I'll just come by, say hi. And
Wait, you must be the one who needs to be on the TV show instead of Alison. Yeah.
and then my husband is the one who introduced me to your music, so I love you. Thank you, and thank you so much for your wonderful music.
Does somebody have a final question? Go ahead.
No, she's been waiting in line.
Yeah, you've been
It's
waiting. You've been waiting.
This is like question time in England on the television.
Yeah.
You know, no, that lady over there in the green two-piece.
I just wanted to ask, I heard many years ago that you were recommended by Terry Reid with Jimmy Page, and I'm wondering if you're friendly with Terry.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. In fact, we were talking about him 2.5 hours ago at a studio in the Lower East Side where this guy does soundtracks, and he'd done some work with Terry. I saw Terry about 3 months ago in England, and I keep saying there's a job there for you, but I mean, no, no, he's okay. He's plowing his own furrow too, you know. He's a sweet guy. I mean, he and I were really good friends before everything went where it went, and he didn't want the gig because he got his own thing going on, and he's such a great singer. But he doesn't really, I mean, I take it quite seriously outside of being silly. I do really love crafting what we do and being very bossy about it. But Terry sort of just drifts along, and I keep on trying to give him a kick up the butt and say, come on, man, you can, let's, but you know, why? So many people enjoy what they do without being intense about it, so he's just grooving, you know, and his voice was so spectacular, and it still is on a good day when he doesn't. Okay.
I guess that's our final note. Thank you, Robert. This was wonderful. Oh,
Thank you, and have you ever been interested in Caribbean rhythms since they are tightly connected to African?
They certainly are, yeah. Between there and Salvador and Brazil and places like that. Yeah, I'm interested in them. And there's a lot of music you might be familiar with called Shak Shak, which is the sort of, with the French influence in the Caribbean. There's a lot of that. Well, I don't know. It's kind of 18th century French courtier music, which is played with a fiddle and maybe not, I don't know what it would be, a ukulele or whatever. And there's some great little, they're quite sexy rhythms, if you don't mind me saying so.
that's a good.
But I love it. And of course, all the Studio One stuff from Kingston back in like 62, 63, those rhythms are spectacular.
Have you ever thought putting those rhythms in?
No, not now. I like the idea of that, but no. I'm sort of stuck in this place where I'm at now, for a while anyway.
Until the next change.
No, there'll be no more changes. This is it.
This
No.
is it? Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Robert.